Greetings, owners of fine luxury digital rectangles. Well, kids, it's another Sunday, so you know what time it is. College football? Maybe. Pro football? Pretty soon. But definitely time for the Splinterlands Market Watch. Today is August 31st, 2025. Last day of August already. This is episode number 43 of the Splinterlands Card Market Watch. So we're going to look over all the token prices, pack prices, card prices, see what's hot, see if there's any deals, any cards that are spiking or falling in value. So this will be a long video, of course. And then in part two, we will go through the card market and take a look at all the individual cards and see how many cards are for sale and what cards are going for. All right, so let's start with the tokens. So SPS, in the last few days, I saw a bit of a bump. There was a mini set that was announced for, I think, tentatively sometime in December. So with the announcement of that upcoming set in a few months, SPS saw a bump in price from 0.007 up to 0.008. I think we were close to 9/10 of a cent a couple days ago. But as we move closer to December, we'll see if SPS goes above a penny. I think the target price that it looks like it might hit would be 1.4 cents. So we'll keep an eye on that over the next couple months. Vouchers. So vouchers are getting close to 2 cents in game. Over on Hive, I believe vouchers are about 2.6 cents a piece. DEC has continued to slide, as you can see, from July till now. We've gone from 90 cents per thousand down to 80 cents. So good time to pick up some cheap DEC for packs or for land and all that good stuff. So DEC is at a 20% discount. Vouchers, currently we're just under 15.5 million vouchers. In the last 2 weeks, we've gained over 250,000. We are adding about 18,000 vouchers a day to the supply. SPS burning, looks like in the last 2 weeks we burned almost 2.5 million SPS. We still have over 2.7 billion SPS that is available. All right, let's move on to packs. So what have some of the older pack prices done? Alphas come down, as you can see in the last month, from 70 2 weeks ago down to 55. Currently the cheapest pack is $49.99. Beta packs are selling for $7.72 in game. Untamed has gone up above 7, up to $7.10. Dice is sitting at $5 a pack. Orb is sitting at $5.08. Chaos Legion. So Chaos Legion has seen a bump in price from 2 weeks ago when we dipped down to 36 cents. Packs over on Hive were selling, I believe, as low as 25 or 26 cents. Now they're up to, I believe this morning it was like 42 cents over on Hive. So in game they're selling for around 47 cents. Not many packs are open over 2 weeks. You can see it's slowed down. We're just over 3,000 packs. We're opened over the last 2 weeks, and we still have over 1.7 million Chaos Legion packs floating out there. Rift Watchers. So this is rebounded in price. Once we hit 99 cents, I was kind of curious to see if it would continue to slide or if it would rebound a little bit. So we are back above $1, currently at $1.15. And just over 112,000 unopened packs available. Rebellion. This is the first time I can remember seeing Rebellion packs under $4 in game. They're currently at $3.90. Just over 12,000 packs circulating. These are ones that are not on battle wagons. If you take away the battle wagons, I believe we're somewhere around 45, 50,000 Rebellion packs still available. As you can see here, almost no Rebellion packs are open in the last 2 weeks because everybody is busy in Frontier mode. All right, sets. So we're going to go through this fairly quickly since we're going to do a deep dive in part 2. I'm just going to kind of highlight if there's anything that's kind of unusual or different in the market in the last 2 weeks. So alpha cards pretty much are the same as they have been for the regular foil. The gold foil, there was a couple of cards that were under $10 that were actually $8 a piece. Those are now gone. Your cheapest alpha common gold foil is 11. And for the first time in several months, there are no gold foil legendary alpha cards available for sale. None. So those are all either on land or people have just taken them down. Your promo cards pretty much looks like the same as they have been for the last 2 weeks. Moving on to beta. So beta, regular foils, pretty much the same range, nothing too exciting here. Same for the gold foils, not a whole lot of difference. You know, a couple of cards that look like they may be somewhat expensive or simply because there are no single copies available on the marketplace. And then as far as the promos go, the big news is Red Dragon. In the past, it has been, you can see, $70, $90, $109. These are for multiple BCX copies. There are some single copies of the Red Dragon available for just over $5.50 a piece. So if this is a card where it's like, hey, you don't have it in your collection, you just want to pick up a single card just to own it, now's your chance. You can get one for under $6. And then the two ultra rare legendary promo cards, Prince Julian and Archmage Arius, are both down under $1,000. They are both sitting at $950 a piece. And your gold foils from 2 weeks ago, the common's a little bit lower at $637. The rare is still at $14, and the epic came down to $165. Moving on to Untamed, you can see here for the legendary, the most expensive is $89.06, and this is not Kitty. This is a multiple copy, I believe, llama. So there are no individual llama cards available for sale, so that's why you see this as kind of a high price, higher than normal. And the gold foil untamed cards are pretty much the same range. So your key cards here, as you can see, Kitty came up from $24.90 2 weeks ago to $34. Llama is $89, but single BCX copies are still right around $17, $18. Jotun just under $20, and then Kron at $7.55. Your gold foil Kitty is down to $650, Llama at $425, gold foil Jotun at $433, and gold foil Kron at $400. The promo cards, Halfling Alchemist is at 99 cents, Chain Golem is at $33.98, and the Mighty Dricken is at $399. Your gold foil Alchemist, $44.99. Gold foil Chain Golem, $106.40. And then moving on to dice, you can see the prices here. Not really a whole lot of change at dice. Dice really doesn't have a whole lot of movement, and neither does Orb. Both of these sets, I think, are, you know, pretty much forgotten by most newer players. A lot of people just play in Modern or are focused on Frontier, so people are not focused on some of these smaller, older mini sets. Some of the key cards, the legendary gold foils, the Warlord is still available for $450. No gold foil Lord of Fire, and then the gold foil Pegasus came down from $888 down to $410. All right, Chaos Legion. So Chaos Legion regular foil cards are pretty much still in the same range. You can see them here. And same with the gold foils, with your gold foil legendaries. Still holding above $20 at $22.40 is the cheapest, up to $175.99. Your Soulbound cards, 7 cents up to 54 cents, so a card surprisingly spiked here, and there's not very many on the marketplace, and we'll look at that Soulbound common card in part number 2. Rares, 32 cents to 65, Epics, 110 to 399, Legendaries, 570 to 59.95. And then your gold foils here, the big price movement was in one of the gold foil legendaries. It is at $300, and this is not, I don't think this is for a max copy either, so we'll go through that in part 2 as well. The promo cards from Chaos Legion, the Bear is down to 4 cents, Varuz is at 12, Oshure is at $12.99, but this is a multiple copy. Single copies are still right around $250 to $275. Dr. Blight continues to just slowly slide cheaper. He's down to $3.17. Zuriel's at $5.53. Waka is at $89, and then Lux Vega is at $128.69. The gold foil versions, the Bear's at $1.08, Varuz at 81 cents. Gold foil Oshure at $72. Gold foil Dr. Blight at $38.90. Gold foil Zerial at $47.50. Gold foil Waka at $4.79. Gold foil Lux Vega still at $3,200. Okay, Rift Watchers. So your Rift Watcher regular foils, you can see, are pretty much in the same range. Same with the gold foil. With the gold foil still holding above $24 for the floor for a gold foil legendary card, up to $104. Okay, Rebellion. So Rebellion packs have dipped slightly under 4. So how are the cards doing? Regular cards, as you can see, are pretty much holding their value. If you look at the floor here, commons are still 2 cents and above, rares at 5, epics at 31, and then your cheapest legendary from Rebellion is $1.42. The gold foils continue to move down for the commons, down to 40 cents for the floor, but your gold foil dual summoners are still holding some value. I think all of them are above $10, up to $13.05. The rare gold foils, $1.77 and above, epics at $6.50, and then gold foil legendaries for Rebellion holding at least $37 up to $3.95. Okay, the Soulbound cards, so these are the current ones that we are earning. Commons still 9 to 11 cents, rares 35 to 48 cents, epics $1.65 to $2.33. Legendaries $10.25 up to $14. The gold foils $2.45 to $3.90. The rares $8 to $13.75. Your gold epics $48.50 up to $66.50. And that Galacus is gone, so there are no gold foil Soulbound legendaries on the marketplace. Alright, some key legendary cards from Rebellion. So Kai is still at $4.65. A Kane is down to $10.88. Rage is holding at $23. Darg is at $10.84. Venka back above 20 at $21.29. Lorcus is back above 40 at $40.39. Cryptic is at $23.86. Tofu under 50, down to $46.53. EMP's up to $21.20, so $4 jump from 2 weeks ago. Nidhogger's down to $15.88, and Riskel Drath is at $16.90. And then the gold foil versions here, as you can see, there is at least one gold foil of all these cards on the marketplace. So over the last month, we've had some gaps, but there is at least one of each of these up currently. So Kai is sitting at $53.34. Gold Arcane at $140. Gold foil Rage at $199. Gold foil Darg, $66.12. Gold foil Venka, $290. Lorcus, $290 and 90 cents. Gold Cryptic, $145. Gold Tofu at $285. Gold EMP at $289. Gold foil Nidhogger at $149, and finally gold foil Riskel Drath at $242.55. Okay, and now all the many promo cards. So Grabardin Smith, as you can see, was drifting from 220 down to 207, 203. It's rebounded. Big jump up to $3.50. Gold foil is still just under 20 at $19.60. Mantaroth has come down. That was solidly, a $30 to $40 card. Now it's down to $23.76 with the gold foil just under $140. The Enforcer is at 70 cents with the gold foil at $4.70. Baron Fiat, $4.40 with the gold foil at $39.74. Mana Warden. So I noticed one of the bots bought all the cheap copies of Mana Warden, all the cards that were in the teens, and has relisted them at 30 cents plus. So that is the reason for the price spike here. Gold foil is sitting at $1.87. Sanctus is at $1.88 with the gold foil at $20.83. Eleanor is at $49, no gold foil. Night Stalker, $1.83 with the gold foil at $10.40. Delia, the max copy, for $476.66, no gold foil. Rune Anarchist at $3.50, gold foil at $24.99. Rick Loneman, regular foil $77.40, and once again there is no gold foil up for sale. Mary Put Mossmender $1.63, gold foil at $18.81. Nefcat is sitting at $29, no gold foil. Alfka $10.82 with the gold foil at $220. Warborn Shaman $3.45 with the gold foil at $19. Fizbo $30.56 with the gold foil at $129.99. Hallowe's the Hollow $799, no gold foil. And then finally Keelan Gaines at $1.14 with the gold foil at $10.50. Okay, let's move on to Conclave Arcana. So Conclave Arcana, you can see the regular cards here pretty much holding the same value, no big price jumps there. Gold foils are holding their own as well. If we move to the different foil versions, so the black foils, 115 to 275 for the commons. The print numbers are up to 121. So on the marketplace, some cards were numbered 118. The highest I saw was 121. So this is the current highest print number. The rares go from $241 up above 100,000. I believe there's only these two on the marketplace, and right now we are at print number 35 as far as I can tell. There was one black foil epic, $580. The print run on the epics is currently still at 23, and there was one black foil legendary card for $1,199, and once again that print number is still on number 8. Okay, the Gold Arcane. There are, I believe, 3 or 4 common cards ranging from $100 to $350, and there is one rare card, and that rare is sitting at $180. Remember, these are numbered out of 50 and less. And then the Black Arcane, there was one Black Arcane common for $600 and one rare for $15,000. Promo cards. So the Skinwalker regular foil is 81 cents. Gold foil at $5.85, and the black foil at $6.49. No arcane versions available currently. Grammel the Hunger, $12.79 with the gold foil at $1.60. Yabanus, the only copy available on the marketplace is regular foil for $199. And then the first airdrop, Zerks, was $9.50. It's up to $10.99. And the gold foil currently is selling for $78. All right, the voucher cards. So we just ended the, what was it? The Black Arcane auction mark drawing today. Card mint number 1 sold today, but none of these have been listed on the marketplace. So as soon as they are, of course, I will add these to the list. Currently, the regular foil is $4.10. The gold foil is $48.49, and there is no black foil or the arcane versions currently on the market. The pickle, so the pickle's at 6 cents. Gold foil, you can see, jumped up to $4.50. The black foil at $289.99, and the gold arcane pickle is at $185. And then finally, the newest, hottest set, foundations. So as expected, the cards have continued to drop in price as more and more are printed and more are getting dumped on the market. So commons are currently 1 to 5 cents, the rares 2 cents to $1.25. So the archons are holding a little bit of value, but they are decreasing in price as well. Epics 7 cents to $1.75, and your legendaries 20 cents to $9.74. And the gold foil versions, commons 14 cents to 85 cents, the rares 49 cents to $8.49, the epics $2.30 to $9.98, and your gold foil legendaries $14.50 up to $71.78. And then for your non-starter cards, for your epics, the regular foil, you can see how the prices have really come down in the last month. So for the epics, Lady Amara is at 25 cents. The Horse Tamer is at 28 cents. Assel is at $1.39. Glimmermancer 69 cents. Lenore 57 cents, and Saltwater Mage $1.75. Then your legendary cards, the Salamander came down from $4.50 down to $1.62. Celestial Guardian down from $4.46 to $2. Root came down from $6.50 down to $3.20. Musketeer down from $9.99 to $3.40, and the Scale Weaver dropped from $18, currently selling just under $10 at $9.74. So in 2 weeks, when I do the next market watch, will this be $5-6? Time will tell. The gold foils. So your epics: Lady Amara $3.55, the Horse Tamer $5.90, Assel is at $9, Glimmermancer is at $8, Lenore at $5, Saltwater Mage at $9.98, and then finally your gold legendary foundation cards: the Salamanders at $40.18, Celestial Guardian at $24, Root at $26, the Musketeer at $71.78, and your gold foil Scale Weaver at $66.69. The only card I did not add to the market this week is the Arena Fanatic. That card has just dropped, and I think the price is a little bit too volatile, but I want to make sure that I add just a spot for it, and we'll start recording what the price of this card is in 2 weeks when we do the next edition of the Market Watch. So there you have it, guys. That is part 1 for August 31st, 2025. Part 2 I will upload shortly, so we'll have a complete look at how cards are doing in Splinterlands. So until then, stay the course, keep on frontiering, and have fun. Take care.